grinding through the dip's cold grip. Only dust brought the screen's faint hum. Hopes of trades in the dark I spun. Only found a wind to numb. A midnight hustle, dancing with the strain. Winds ignite, then they blur the lane. Ooh, I'm lost in charts, fighting the pain. Midnight hustle, all the same. Watching trends in the silent glow. Miss a call, now the loss cuts deep. Sweat suppose screens my midnight key. Ooh, this grind's a traitor sweet. Midnight hustle, dancing with the strain. Winds ignite, then they blur the lane. Ooh, I'm lost in charts, fighting the pain. Midnight hustle, all the same. Fatigue creeps in, shadows on the board. Boasting my luck, but the edge is worn. Ooh, eyes grow dim, the night's so long. Midnight hustle, where I belong. Midnight hustle, dancing with the strain. Winds ignite, then they blur the lane. Ooh, I'm lost in charts, fighting the pain. Midnight hustle, all the same. All the shot blaze on a pumping chart. Only yesterday you lied. Promises of crypto gains. Only watch the hope divide. Shot blaze right in the fire's claim. Gains explode, but they twist the game. Oh, I'm chasing highs, losing my frame. Shot blaze, all the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about this time of night that we'd like to
Signal
late at night when nobody's looking. I like to do some things. Not everybody does. This is the time I usually like to play my ding-a-ling. And I'd like for you to participate in this ding-a-ling playing with. And if you got a ding-a-ling to play with, get your ding-a-ling out, play with it too. Here we go. The playing of the ding-a-ling, the cowbell ceremony, right here on Road Dog Crypto. That was nice. That was real, real nice. Thank you very much. We'll keep that little gem under wraps, Mr. Gator Squatch. I'm not going to post her on the screen just yet. Let them dig for it. You got to get in the chat and dig for it. We'll look at that one, definitely. Well, as soon as we get the lights on in here and get some buttons pushed, we'll be right with you. Thank you very much.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everybody, you're watching Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Road Dog, that would be me, even though I look like a turkey. That's crazy how that works out, isn't it? So, hey, we turn this music down just a little smidgen. That's the word I wanted to use today, smidgen. Thank you for making my dreams come true. You guys are so good to me, I just don't deserve it. Anyway, I'm on a tiny 6-minute time frame. You little degens know this. Now you probably on the 1 minute. It's a little bit similar, but this was a little bit more condensed. Condensed is the word. So I had a bottom trend line here, and she's pierced through it several times, lost it, and I was kind of like, well, looks like we're probably looking toward this area. This is what we redrew our fibs last night. If you caught us toward the end of the show, after, you know, we made this new higher high, and so there was a fib level right here. I got it dotted. Well, this is our new 236 Fibonacci. We're currently at our old, right now we are currently at our old one that we were hanging out at, 17.3. I mean, it still holds and everything, right? It's just not the natures of the fibs have changed just a little bit with that little higher high that we got there. But this one seems to be holding out. This is our old 236, and I don't know how to differentiate this anymore. It's like I got too many of these lines around here. And just right below us is our new 618 Fibonacci, and we haven't touched it. And if we can't hold this area up, and I don't know if we can or not, we came through a red cloud here on the 4 hour, and that's kind of iffy. We're beneath our 200 moving average on the 4 hour. That's kind of iffy. However, we got a bullish crossover here, you know, a couple of days ago, and well, that should be good, right? And overall, yeah, it is. It's just in short term when that happens, this is the kind of price action that you get sometimes. It's like, you don't look bullish. Find it bullish. Well, you know, we got this bullish crossover there. That's the reason I give now, because most of the time you'll see something totally opposite happen when you get them big fantabulous crossings here on these bigger moving averages. It's crazy. 100, like the white one crossing that yellow one. I mean, look, it crossed it bearishly here, and what happened? Pump to the upside, baby. You get the opposite thing, but guess what? We came back and talked to that little sucker right there, didn't we? Yeah. Hopefully we're done talking to it. Might be headed back down there. I'd hate to see that, but it could happen between now and tomorrow. Or the little sneaky bastards gonna go back on their little Sunday pump playbook. Yeah. Because can we go back on our little? Ironically, as this seems, where we are in Bitcoin. You know when we were here last time, right here at 117. Crazy to do. It was Saturday. Last Saturday we were 16 and 17 and hanging right through the same little areas here. We got a little frisky here come Saturday evening, and then that's when we started going into Sunday, and it's like, well, this is highly unusual, Helen. Bitcoin is pumping all throughout the day on Sunday. Can this be trusted? I'm going to sell the farm. We're going to buy it all. Let's go into the upside forever. And of course it didn't. But then it started tricking out and going back up again. What? Tuesday? What? Are you going to bitch about that? So they pumped us Sunday, and then Monday started dipping us down and making us feel sad. And all the people that chased over this weekend in this pump, well, the big boys cashed out on you, and or them. And then did it again, and it's, oh my God, it's back! Let's go! And got you again, or maybe not you, but got retail again. I snagged you. It was a flag to the upside, Helen. Works every time, says the market makers. Works every time. Love that. Let's try to do. And then here we come down again. So interesting. Now we do have this bigger trend line idea that I've got down here. I may not have it perfectly drawn, but that's bigger, our main trend line, and we are dangerously close to that. And you just might as well go ahead and just knock boots with it and get it over with, is what I'm thinking with price action. Some people are looking at this and probably on a smaller time frame. Let's take it down a notch. We've already lost the 4-hour 200 moving average. Let's go down to the 2-hour. The 2-hour's got a little bit of a different story here. The 2-hour, ironically. Now, all the people that are on here telling you, well, if you're on the 2-hour above the 200 moving average, and then you're going to go to the 4-hour and use that as your target. And here you can see that we're below the 4-hour, and on the 2-hour we are above it. Crazy how that math works, isn't it? Silly goose. However, one interesting tidbit of information here on the 4-hour. The 100 moving averages is in here. If you multiply that by 2, you get 200, right? And that's what we're doing when we divide 4 by 2. Don't get all weird on the math on me, but it works out. It's right here at 116,800. That might be where we come in, man. And we could. And this trend line here and this, we might be slowly working our way down there. But I've been presently and pleasantly surprised that here on the smaller time frame, we broke back into our pattern. Yeah, that's usually good news, folks. These little bear trap ideas usually turn out pretty juicy. So I'm treating this as a bear trap idea on this small ass time frame on this triangular pattern, which could be a bearish pin in it. Could be a bearish pin in it. That could take us down 57% of the time, if I'm not mistaken. I know it is in the other direction when we're coming from the upside. So again, with Thomas Bukowski on the correct ones, because I don't have that one committed to memory on the downside, to be honest with you. Alrighty, so might that be what we're doing? We're not going to go down here. We don't have to. I'm cool if we don't. I will not be disappointed. I would much rather see us go up right now because I loaded up. I've got my. I'm ready for you. I mean, if you come down, I'll nibble some more. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. I will nibble some more Bitcoin. I just don't want to see you come down here or come down here before I'm ready for you, if that's what you got on your mind. I want to be a little bit prepared for that, okay? I'm not ready for that idea right now. I don't want to see that. So yeah, I'm cool with you bouncing back up, Bitcoin. You want to come down a little bit, get another one more lower low. What's it's okay. I'm cool. Right now, she looking frisky on the 6 minute. Maybe it's because there's a turkey on here doing the TA. Is that good for the algorithm? Algorithm like that, Sean? Is that good? Ladies and gentlemen, let me come over and say hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. 17 people hanging out with me on this Saturday night. Let me just give a shout out. We got Gator Squatch being number 1 tonight. Gator Squatch. I'm trying to give you the clap, but there we go. This is the kind that penicillin can't get rid of right there. Yeah, I'm sorry, but hey. We got some tokens to look at right there. I'll do that. And the hidden gems. Gator's teasing a hidden gem, and we're going to get into that too. But We got White Wolf, Glittery Marshmallow. We got Strega, Duality C, J. Rodriguez. Can we take a look at Doge? I've already written it down for you. Sports PC Guide, Abias. Gator Squad says this mystery gem coin has partnerships with Chainlink, BlackRock, Ripple, and many others. I'm eager to take a look at that one. Poor PC Guy says I want to see a real world asset token backed by something stupidly mainstream like Opa. Hello, my gray friends. Good new marshmallow. MG Motorsports. Good to have you here, my man. Poor PC Guy, thank you for being a member of the fan club there. Great Marshmallow, you might notice something different about your name over here. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube membership thing. The best I can figure out is that maybe it was a gifted member. I'll put it in the Telegram group. Maybe it was a gifted membership that expired. They do that. I don't know. There's nothing on my end. I don't have any. I mean, if I do, I don't know how to do it. I didn't do nothing. Jackson says, can we please chart fetch? And I think what it is, Glittery Marshmallow found out that I think she's not a member of the YouTube channel membership, the $3 membership area, where there's some videos. We did chart school videos over there, a chart school series a few months ago. I haven't put anything lately over there. Comment on those videos if you would like to see something special over there, and I'd be able to do that. I see a Gator. I'll get that. I'm using it as a teaser. I'm being turkey curl. Tommy 2 Liters, what's up? Hey Road Dog, can you give a shout out to our good friend Crypto Chester, who became a first-time father the other day? I'll clip it and chuck it back to his channel. Oh, awesome! Hey, Crypto Chester, congratulations, being a new daddy Chester. Hey, congratulations, my man. It is a journey that you will love, a journey that it's definitely life-changing for your. Life-changing event for yourself, and it's a fantastic thing. Congratulations, my man. New life in the world. You'll make an excellent father, my man. Proud of you, man. Awesome. We must have fireworks, I believe, for such an occasion, wouldn't you say? A special occasion like that, a new life coming into it. We need moon rockets. The dancing girls might be a little too much, though. I don't have the button for them right now. And fireworks. Crypto Chester. Bobby S says, congratulations, Papa. Congratulations. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen his live streams lately. I don't know what time he's streaming or what he's even doing lately. Of course, he's got his hands full now, and that'll take up some of his time. Charting Crypto is another one. My YouTube friends I like. I haven't seen him in a long time either doing anything. He also had a young one, and I'm sure that's probably why. But gosh darn it, you're going to find out how expensive them diapers are. All right, let's get into this market if you don't mind. Over here. So we looked at the 6 minute on Bitcoin. We need to zoom out just a minute, and I want to do just that on Bitcoin. To the daily. The daily, and I think we can do it right here without changing anything. So we lost our 9 moving average with this move, and you know, that was another signal to maybe take action when you do that on any time frame that you're on, relative to the one that you made your trading plan on or setup. All right, so we're below the 9 on the daily, more significant than being below it on the 1 minute, and we're we're finding some support here on the 21, so that's cool, and that's also above this little other area we just talked about, that little yellow line, and this white line, this diagonal. We may continue on down. You know, never know what's going to happen between tomorrow and the next day, but this area should or has a good chance to hold. Now, if we lose this, that's kind of concerning, because if we lose a major trend line, and on this particular chart, it's got wiggle room there, so she need to be bouncing pretty gosh darn soon, in my opinion. Ichimoku Cloud's got a little hint that, yeah, I might let it happen this time, but don't get used to it. Usually, the closer we get to the Ichimoku Cloud, the more likely we are to get sucked up into it, and that can mean, you know, coming down to the bottom of the cloud and often below. Don't want to go through that right now. Not when everything just started getting nice and juicy. Not when we just made a newer all-time high. That's just silly to go and make a lower low, but don't put it past some little bastards to pull something like that. So be vigilant, because they like to do that. We're coming on September. September has always been historically kind of a little bit of an iffy month. You know, between September and October, everybody goes into it bullish, saying it's October, and sometimes they say Uptember, and sometimes a few weeks it might feel like that, and then it just gives that crap back, man. It's usually toward mid-late October we really start feeling it, and it's not always on time. It can get very frustrating. Think back to last year, how frustrating, but then it came, right? And then it was worth it, right? But think about how many people got frustrated waiting and being scared out of it, because they were doing that. They were faking everybody out, swing failure patterns or bull trap, bear traps, all that stuff was going on. So we'll get more of the same, I'm probably sure. So I'm coming back to the 4 hour here on Bitcoin. Again, we have lost the 200 moving average here. Bearish cross of the 9 over that. Support probably down 16.7, 16.8. Right in this area. If we need to go down there right now, we got a lot of wickage here on the bottoms, and that means, you know, there's some buy pressure coming in, supporting this makeshift trend line. Doesn't look very strong on the 4 hour. On the 6 minute, it looks perfect. But here you can see we're well horizontal. You wick down too there. This is saying most of the strength of this channel is down about 117.2 in that area. So as far as we're getting back into our previous pattern here, keeping track of that idea, maybe this might be the time we lead to a breakout. That's what I want to keep an eye on. See if we can come up here, possibly before the end of the show. That would be cool. And there, I would say we might get rejected and then retest, is what I kind of would predict. It might happen, and it very well may not, but that would be good. That would be getting us could be getting us up to knocking a higher high, making this a higher low, and then, hey man, maybe they getting ready to run that chase game on us tomorrow with our altcoins. So while we're on this, I want to jump back to the 4 hour. We're going to go to our indices real quick, because we're really, if you ask me, that's where all the magic insight comes from. A lot of it over here. And last night we were looking at total 3, which is what we got up here. And it seemed dire, and it seemed desperate, or, you know, the altcoins weren't doing that great either. Everything was dumping, right? And we redrew this trend line from candle bodies and to this candle body over here. It looks a little altered now. Scoochie backy up there again. And we got our number of touch points here, wicks and bodies, and I had it before, and it looked like we had broken the trend line, right? So we readjusted, and this is valid. This is valid idea too. So that be true, we're bouncing off the bottom of this pattern. Nice. We're above this green Ichimoku cloud, not in it. We regained the 9 moving average on the 4 hour. It's been looking bullish to me, and I said that last night, and now it's even showing it more. Altcoins should start moving. They didn't move very much today, but I anticipate that tomorrow and the next day we'll probably see a little bit more like what we saw over here. Well, let's take it back. This was Sunday. This was Sunday, and then Monday we had dump day, and then we had the big run up that we just experienced. So not so much like this. Good. I wouldn't bitch about it. that if they follow what they've been doing, that move may come midweek, because this was Tuesday when they started that Tuesday, and then this was also right at the end, right when we went to Wednesday, they started doing this. So midweek, that's usually when you see them take their main move that they're going to do, Tuesday or Wednesdays. Usually when market makers do kind of set up their main move they're doing, it lasts 2 days or something, then they start planning what they're going to do on the weekend, and that's usually kind of how we see things play out. It looks like they're trying to maybe pump us up a little bit. I don't know if we'll get up to 1.11 or 1.13 trillion, but the formations we got here has got us going up a little bit. And we can still pull our little fibs to give an idea and kind of measure the strength. Now, if we're measuring the strength of this move with our fibs, man, we lost our main area right here, and we just tested our second level. So yeah, a good chance that we can still move on up here a little bit. See how we do up here at 1.06 trillion there. That's what I'll be watching. I might as well go ahead and mark that little guy right there. So based on the strength that we see there, we can kind of get a feel of, man, if we're going to carry on, or do we need to kind of de-risk a little bit up here in case it wants to roll over and do something a little nasty. Because we do have a little red over there in our Ichimoku. That could be a little red flag. Ha 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 ha. See what I did there? Anyway, I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some of these altcoins. The first one I want to take a look at is XPR. I guess we're going to tone it down tonight. You are listening to WW Late Night. That doesn't make sense. Well, this is WXPR Radio. We're drawing trend lines all night long. Nice little breakout. I gotta say, that's awful juicy. If you want to do just a little basic measure move here to get a nice little target, it is pointing us up toward this direction right over here. If you see, that's where we bumped our, well, it was support there, and then it wasn't, and that's a nice place to bump our heads on. So just that measure move alone is kind of nice and juicy. I like it. I'm gonna put my little line there because that's what I do, and come over here and mark it as a measure move. Right there, 0.00733. Can you do it? Can you do it? What would it mean if you did here on the 4-hour chart where you're above the 9 and 21 moving average? Notice that 9 is rolling beautifully, doing a little U-turn right above that 100 moving average. It's like, oh my God, there's mom and dad. We got to turn around and go back. Oh, the cost at the liquor store. They just hightailed it right the hell out of there. And from here, where we are now, up to that area is going to be a whopping 10%. 10% ain't bad. You got to do something. So we got to move there out after the breakout. Always remember, you can at some point come back down to the breakout point about 0.06465 area. A little lower than where we are now could happen, but I got another trend line going on over here. It looks like we broke above and showing some respect on that. Come down the 6 minute, look what 15 minute or something. See how juicy you look. Oh, you getting scared right now. You getting scared. You got some shaky stuff. Maybe she'll see that thing a little sooner than not. Let's draw this trend line here. Let's see, where can it be coming down to, baby? Let's see if she can, yeah, about that 6.5. Maybe. We still got, this is trend line I was talking about. She seems to be holding, so maybe she'll wick down. I don't know, but this area should hold. That's all I know. All I know. We're going to go to ZBCN, ZBEC Network. We're going to take a look at the perpetual futures on MEXC. And we have not hit this area that I think might be hit. Doesn't have to, but hey, we got two little things going on. A 382 Fibonacci, which is a great place to tap and go and bounce and make a bigger, higher high. With a crazy ass measure move that you would be the bigger one. With a crazy ass measure move that, believe it or not, would take us up to less juicy little guy right here, 0.0082. That's stupid, road dog. That can't happen until that one day you find us at, oh man, hey, we're at 0.0082, and so bouncing off of there could open the possibility for that. There's also the 200 moving average coming beneath it. So I like that. So we did our little three little sections to the upside, and let's get old Elliot to tell us that we're in an ABC correction. That's what I'm suspecting he will say. Yes, and he thinks it's almost oh, you already did. You did already touch. He already touched. I didn't see that. I did not see that. You already came down and touched our fib area. Well, you ain't gotta touch it at all now if you don't want to. Sure. Just keep that momentum going that we got with these bigger moving averages. 100 moving average is up here at 0.005. Yeah, baby. All right, so maybe you won't go down there. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I won't be mad at you. So far, we've held this area here pretty well. Just fine to keep that area. Keep our fingers crossed that ZBEC network will see that half a penny area over there. Now think about this one. Well, I don't know what the deal is on this one. I think it's got a lot of tokens. I'm pretty sure it does, but we got a target up here almost at 0.009. Still not even a penny. Not even a penny. What does it look like if we get up there? 90% gains to get up there? Okay. Sounds crazy, but I think she's working on trying to get up there. Still always possible. When you zoom out, it looks even like, oh yeah, I could see how that could happen, and see how it could possibly pull back to these areas. And that would kind of suck a little bit, so we do need it to bounce here. Even here on the daily, Elliot's got a different thesis here. Remember, we're in an ABC correction on the smaller time frame. Here on this one, he's seen it as a 4 wave and then go up to a 5. So also seems to think it's going to bounce right here on our little magical fib area. Let's cross our fingers that that does happen. Otherwise, we're starting to look down here for a deeper correction. That might suck a little bit. Doesn't look like it would, but $100 here could turn into $80 if we go down there. So take a little beating if that were to happen. Let's take a look at Toshi. And this is it's on Coinbase, which was ironically one of the last places to have it. It originated on Base, which is a... here's the full chart. Toshi's getting a little bit of a pullback. If we're looking at this idea from candle bodies to candle bodies, retesting that trend line, maybe that will hold. Looks like we had a bear trap idea here and then got a breakout. We saw something else similar that we might see a similar action out of one of the charts we looked at earlier. Elliott wave is suggesting we come back down for a 4th wave, about 0.00065 area. May happen. 21 moving average is also there, so a wick down to that might do that. Doesn't have to be all the way over here. Just go ahead and knock that out. Might be what we're looking at. Did break that little trend line, so she need to find some support. And we can do this now. I mean, we've identified the bear trap, and now we gotta, well, pretend as if we're just now coming into this. That's why I like to go back and track things on trend lines so I can see if there's any little hidden signs there. And I take that as one of those little nuggets, and that's just part of this trend line just fleshing itself out, really. But that was enough to hint at a higher high there for me, which we hit with our target at 0.00087. Nailed it! Ah! All right. There is this one coin. Not that coin yet, though. It's coming. But this one is Sologenic. I have not looked at this in a long time. I have forgotten all about this coin. So what, you're 34 cents now? For real, for real? Huh. Well, you did okay since August of 20. You were down here 8 cents, and then you ran up. Ooh, really? I'm so pissed. This is one that you would really have to have some conviction to hold and hold and hold and hold. I was in this at one time, and I can't remember when, but it wasn't through here. Huh, okay. It might have been at MEXC. It might have been over here at MEXC, and then when I got kicked off of MEXC because, well, we can't have anybody from my country over there. I think I was forced to. I think that was the situation, which that's a horrible situation to be in. You got positions on an exchange, and you know some of them you may not be able to move off very easily at all, because the coin going to certain wallets, and it's getting easier now, but. Or for whatever reason, or the gas fees just aren't worth it on some positions, or this or that, and you get stuck with having to close things before they're ready, realizing some unrealized gains that you wasn't ready to realize. No, they say no, you got 30 days to move your coins or whatever. They're going to be closed automatically. Don't let them do it. That doesn't ever work out in your favor.
Thank you very much. Gobble time.
That's happened to me a couple of times, and it gets very, very old having to switch an exchange like that once you got, all your positions there. If you're doing something with margin on spot, if you're on spot, you may not even should have your coins over there anyway, or not most of them, right? You move them off your exchanges when you can. That's a good practice for everybody. Therefore, there's less coins on the exchange to get funny with if they ever wanted to get funny with them. Less manipulation, and it's safer for you. So we can connect a few dots. We got this idea. I'm going to make it dotted because I only got 2 touches there. 2 touches is not enough for me to confirm a major line, but it can work. The next touch up there could be the 3rd one, and then it's confirmed. So we watch it. Solo, trying to come back down a little bit, looks like. This is where we just grab the old Fibonacci, and we could take it from here to there. So many ways you can do it, darling, and that would be the most relative, the most fondly tuned. But going all the way back to the very bottom here would, I think, actually be the more accurate for where she's going. So we can see we lost that 0.5. Look like we're bouncing off the 618 right here, right? I hope so, but also looks like she might be losing it, right? So we're going to go to the very bottom because, hey, if we were on the weekly, where would we pull from? Well, we could technically do it from both, but if we take what if you're on the monthly? Oh, here's the bottom. It looks easier to see that bottom on the monthly on the bigger time frame. So it's all kind of relative, right? But none of it is incorrect. You're never incorrect on that. Well, can't say never, but most likely you're probably not ever incorrect if you're pulling your fibs, unless you're just pulling them totally wrong. You'll get something on whatever that has some resonance. It's weird how that works out. Anyway, I'm going with this one down here because she's telling us that this little area about 32 cents really. 32 cents might be on the radar as we dip down there and talk to Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy being our 666 moving average, that little crazy broad. I always like to get up in our business, devil in that market, keep our eye on that little frisky. Yeah. She likes to just bust your balloon any chance that she gets right there. Price always seems to want to come down and talk to her. So I kind of predict that maybe by the time we get down there, she'll be up there, price will be there, and maybe we'll bounce at that area and not have to come down too much further. There's also this trend line idea over here, but it looks like we may have broke it. It's, you kind of start losing some accuracy with these ones that come from way back in the place over here, right behind my little turkey ears there. So taking that angle and projecting that up, now that gives us a little bit of a different story there. So now I'm curious. Now I got to get out the popcorn and say, which one's going to win out? Or will they both win? Will the bodies win here, but the wick will come down and then they both win? Little cheating bastards. It's like, oh, we're both winners. Oh, stop that. That's all I got to say. Regardless, or irregardless, if you want to say it incorrectly, if you come back up here, Well, that will be resistance at 36 cents. So she's got some stuff to figure out. A little shaky sideways, not do very much kind of stuff for a little while, in my personal opinion, on Sonogenic, as she tries to figure her life out from recovering through here. So hopefully something like that's what I'm hoping for, but don't know for sure. The worst situation is to come back to 26 cents, but we're not going to talk about that yet. I don't see any reason to right now. All right, so Gator Squatch says we got this new token here to look at. And I'm going to go first over here to do we want to go there? That's all I got up though, isn't it? Okay. I guess we're going to CoinGecko, which does not tell me anything about the coins. At least on this app. I wish they'd fix that. They do on my phone. I get the information, what the product is, what it's about. So this is LYP Limpid. It's up 64%. So at almost 4 cents right now. It's got a market cap of 929,000. Not even $1 million market cap. It's rare that you find them that early. So I'm peaked. It's already got a number though. 4262. How'd you get up? Okay. Let's see. It's got a maximum. Oh, now you're starting, like, I'm feeling tingly. 100 million coins. Okay. Circulating supply is 23 million. What do you do? Limpid is a regulatory compliant platform designed to issue and trade premium real world assets such as horses, art, luxury watches, U.S. treasuries, real estate, and more. It aims to redefine investment by offering tokenized premium RWAs, making exclusive assets accessible to me. What only scares me though is that, man, that niche is starting to get a little saturated itself. Just like the memes and everything else. I'm curious. So there's got to be some winners, right? This one's on base though, so it might. I think base is going to have an edge on that. But still, there's going to be some things over here that don't take off too. But let's see what we got here. Limpid. As small as his market cap is, though, if you can find some, like, well, do you have? I don't know that you would. I don't know that you would need a GitHub. It would be cool if you did, but I don't know that it would be necessarily open source for what you do on top of the base chain. Well, let's see. Let's go back website here. The app, a unique place to invest in the finest assets using blockchain infrastructure. Get a piece of luxury watches, competition horses, and real estate. Invest from $30 to $1 million. Premium assets. Okay, we'll see all the features then. Interesting here. 18 people hanging out with me. Thank you very much for doing that. We're just briefly looking over the Limpid.io website. Just taking a look at this new coin. It's got a very low market cap and a low total supply and circulating supply. It's the white paper. Limpid presentation. Oh, it's a presentation. Trillions of dollars are illiquid. Look, I want one of them. Well, just give me one of everything. Tokenization solves all these problems. Okay. This is not your white paper. Well, I mean, maybe in presentation. Okay, in presentation for roadmap. The ship has set sail. Okay, so you can go check out all that. I don't want to bore everybody, and then it's not our thing to do a deep dive, but just kind of hit around the edges here. So I could probably, let's see what the chart looks like. This is the max, just basically in a channel, sideways channel. So its all-time high was 7 months ago. We got up to 28 cents. All-time low was 2 cents 3 days ago. We're at 4 cents now, and 7 months ago is at 28. That's a 10x to recover. Market cap, yes, Gator Squatch, I would say this qualifies, in my opinion, for a nice little gem pick. My man, I'm gonna have to give you the title of gem picker. The gift of the gem. There's always one or two in our group, but it just kind of happens that way. There's always one or two of you that are really good at finding some of these nice little things, or coming across them and sharing them. That's the important. If you don't share them, then nobody else knows about them, right? And it takes balls to share it, because then you sometimes, I mean, these are genuine shares, in my personal opinion. Then you get them that are not, and are like those people trying to shield things, usually for the bigger channels or whatnot. We're a smaller channel, shouldn't have to worry about that here, right? I'm not going to move the market. I ain't got people beating me up. Hey man, I'm going to offer you $25,000 to talk about our coin today, big boy. I mean, turkey guy. Okay. Don't have anything like that going on. I don't know. Is that still a thing? I'm sure it probably is. But it was definitely a thing last cycle. And it was kind of shocking that it came out how much that they made. All those big YouTuber names aren't so big now. I mean, they're still big, but they're not as not as thirsty to get that money now, because they already got it. But it's just interesting to see. But that's where a lot of their money came from, it turns out. All right, so let's take a look at the chart. LYP. And this is Limpid, and Mexi's got it, and Gate IO's got it, and well, we need to go back over here for a second. Who all has you? Is that pretty much it? And you can get it on Uniswap and Base. It's a Base coin, so if you got Coinbase Wallet or the Coinbase, is it the Coinbase One, or what do they call it now? Or go through Uniswap and use Base. Yeah, you can do that. All right, well, let's take a look at you. Oh, and I guess Mexi there. Oh, snap. Oh, she's at 4.3 cents right now. It seems like... When do you guys jump in on that? Is that what happened here? Huh. What was this contract address, by the way? All right, I'll do some analysis, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I will, you pique my interest, and it's got all my Degen vibes tingling really, really hot and horny right now. So, can I say that on TV? And I'm gonna probably throw in a little Degen, because she's on the bottom, man. She's down from her highs. And it was 28 cents. We got it up to 59 cents on this particular chart. But hey, man, we're going to fib her out and just kind of do what we do when we do it. Get us some future areas to be aware of here. I'm going to 2-3-6 her out. Comes really... This technique is... it's become my go-to technique for when we're in these low bottoms, and especially if you got a lot of earlier price action to do this. Just like these big old wicks that come down and do just like this is the technique that I found works the best. The 2-3-6 on your Fibonacci is, I mean, that's really an important milestone for them to clear. And so it makes beautiful targets. They've all got to go test one of them suckers. And okay, we're doing this one to this one now, and we just cleared that little guy. So we'll mark him, and mark him a little lighter so we can see it better. So we just cleared one of those little areas right now. So we're at 4.3 cents. I got 7.7 and 14.75. I really like that one, and there's more above it. Don't get it twisted. That was just to that one. Mostly, we'll be playing, I believe, this area from about 29 cents down. And, what's the smell? What the smell? What happened here? Did I go from you? Why are you looking different? I'm actually going to adjust you. They both work. They both look good and juicy. Oh, right. No, you were right. You're right. I see what I did. Yeah. You were right. Back that up. Back it up. Okay. The problem is from here, this is my bottom, and see, I'm doing the fib over here like I did from this move here. That little things like that can throw you off just a smidgen there. So we're back on track. We're back on track. And so confidence with this and that. Throw another little target in right here. So let's see if we go here and go all the way to our bigger target at 14, almost 15 cent area. That's 230% just on spot, making a nice rounded bottom. And I don't know if you've heard the song, but rounded bottoms pay the bills. Is that one out yet? I don't think I've released that one officially yet. Oh gosh darn it. Need to work on that. Now, usually when you get these, there is something that I affectionately call a butt crack, because, well, I mean, if this is a bottom and you get something that comes up like that and it comes down and makes another cheeky looking thing, it looks like a butt crack to me. So the old plumber's crack, if you want to be more, you know, offend any certain profession, we could do that. Personally don't have anything against plumbers, so I don't need to talk about the crack habits. Trying to take a little trend line. It's a lot of shaky down here. I don't need to do all that. Let's take this little guy here and pull him up to the next level. It's a 77%. Put a little price tag on it at 7.7 cents for 77 cents of gains. Up here, it's a 225%. We're gonna take a picture of this, and we're going to put it over here onto the Telegram group setups. LYP Limpet on base. We also need that contract address, so we're going to get that from over here. Copy that. That's the safe place to get it. One of the safe places to get it. Swing target for bottom buyers. Yeah, no? Oh no, I don't have a picture of it. I was just going to put $1 million market cap. And 100 million total supply. All right, so we got all the information over there. And then now that I got that, I'm going to take the contract probably there tonight. And unless y'all insist that I do it on stream, I just don't want to bore you while I do it. It takes me a minute to do it. I'll go ahead and I nibble a little bit. I mean nibble, just put in a little order so I can watch it for a minute. And just, I mean, over days and days and days, you can build up an average position through this little range. And then one day it's going to be 14 cents, maybe 28 cents again, maybe more than that. If it's at that small of a market cap, what if this gets up to a $500 million market cap? That's a 500x, basically. That's worth throwing 50, 25, 50, $100 in and just seeing what the hell happens. Yeah. Some might get greedy and put a 1,000 or a few thousand in there. Of course, that will move this, and we don't want to do that. You want to trickle it in, trickle it in, trickle it in. That's what the big boy does. Trickle here, little bots, just buying little nibbles, so don't move the market. And when it does move up, they sell some of it and drive it back down and buy cheap again. You can build it up. There's a good range in here. It's like a 2x range in here on this little bottom area. This whole area is a bottom area. 14 cents under. You just don't see it now. All right. So that was interesting. Thank you so much for mentioning that. That's piqued my interest in. Have to take a look at that. Let me come back to the chat. Gators Watch says LYP has partnerships with Ripple Chain. Okay, I think are we at the bottom? Okay, yeah. With Chainlink, BlackRock, and a lot more big players. They were showing over here, right? There was something they were showing. I didn't go over it very well. What's Investment Club? Private net qualified equity investor? I don't know. I'm getting off that. The features. No, I think we went through all that. Well, I was trying to see their partnerships over here, but I don't see it. Usually they will put that on here. I thought we saw it earlier, though. Yeah, okay, we're back by the top partners. Well, we got 1inch Chainlink Build and Anchorage Digital. That's all I'm seeing right now. At least that they have over here. So if they got more, they need to update it. Buy shares of curated timepieces. Luxury watches are well-known investments returning 240% ROI since 2017. This exotic investment can return 17% APY. For more info, please click here. It's going to be, I mean, it's got potential. I'll agree with you there. At $1 million market cap? $1 million? I mean, it's not 36 million, 25 million, which imagine that's 25 to 36x from me. Screw it. I'm jumping in. Screw you guys. I'm FOMOing. I like to FOMO in on bottoms. In worst case, it's a rug pull or something. So I don't think it is. I hope it's, cross our fingers. Anything can go wrong. They are risky at this point, but it just takes a little to do a lot. I'm just saying. Those stories where somebody put $50 in the market and turned it into 50,000 comes in for situations not too unsimilar from this. Of course, it's got to do really good. I'll need to go get that contract address, I guess. So I gotta go to the chart rooms and go to the trade setups and copy that little guy. That's cool. Oh, cool. Copied it. Bring that back to my little base wallet that I've got. And then I go over to the little search button. Put that sucker in there. Paste you. And there you are, Limpid. You're up 63% today. That's crazy. I feel like I'm chasing the tops. That's not right. It's not right, but it's only 4 cents. So get over that initial shock and saying you're breaking all your rules, old dog. And I'm saying, yes, but I'm only buying a nibble. Just a nibble. And I'll continue nibbling.
Thank you very much. Gobble time.
I'm about to run out of nibble juice over here, so I can't do too much. I nibbled on something else a little earlier. Oh man, now you're getting slow on that nibble. I gotta get some more nibble juice, which translates into a base Ethereum. So I'm putting 15 bucks in just to get us started. That's all I'm doing. 15 bucks. $15, where if we do a 100x, is that $1,500? Well, dang, why if you put 1,000 there? Shh, don't think like that. Stop it. Stop it. It's too early. I'm just saying. Gator says hold it for 4 months. Let her get a chance to get out. I mean, listen, small market caps in crypto or anything that's $100 million and below. Those start getting into micro. This is more than micro. This is nano market cap. But you don't get out of the small market category until you're like at 200,000 value there, right? Market cap. This one's not even $1 million. It would have to do a 200x to get out of the small cap market. Get to mid cap around $500 million. That's mid caps. And large cap is what it used to be. They may be changing it because it's so spread out now. Gator Squats, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Gator Squats. Didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate that. I'm trying to give you the clap, but there we go. That was abruptly stopped. Why was that? It's the man. I appreciate that. We are 100% crowdfunded. I don't have anything to shield other than Tangem wallets, and most of you already got them. And so it was up 100% 3 hours ago. Oh wow! It will go to $10 easy by next year. Now I'm guessing you've been in the game for a little bit, so we want to put the thing out to hold these things for too long because there's only so much of a season for these altcoins to do anything. So we may see things altcoins do good into early 2026, but we don't need to think about too much before that. I just got to throw that out there because at some point when bear market comes, and it may not be that bad for Bitcoin, but I think it will be hell for the altcoins. After this cycle tops, I think altcoins will get decimated, and then they're going to figure out, well, what direction that we can seriously go in altcoins now, because now we got regulation on our side. All the silly stuff and little stuff thrown out there to dance around, all the little roadblocks and stuff that we had before, you know, they kind of tied their hands to what they could seriously do. I think now we'll start seeing some more serious applications, and those will start taking more of the attention away from some of these other things that are old hat, hadn't been, you know, weren't very serious about doing anything anyway. They were just trying to be something shiny to be traded, right? There was a big thirst for something to be traded, and that came apparent with all the meme coins that came out. That meme coin money is going to want to probably go somewhere a little bit more serious as this market gets more serious, in my personal opinion. And real world asset play that's just starting out is, yeah, that's interesting. We'll keep our eyes on this. Is there a way I can add this to our side over here? They changed it over here, so I think I can do it right here. You're on Mixi. Can I? No, I can't. Oh, why? They used to have this so easy I could add this to my watch list, and now I can't. Now they make it like damn near impossible. Can I do it here? You're killing me. All right, I'm TradingView. What the hell? What's this plus sign do? Oh shoot! I'm getting into places that I don't want to go to. What? I lost my face. My face popped up. I'm sorry you hadn't see that. It's the coffee. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this stream is brought to you by our proud sponsor, Good Ass Coffee. It's whatever brand you want it to be, as long as it's some good ass coffee. Well, you're drinking the right brand. Don't make it take your face off, though.
I track the charts when the bulls start to play. Bitcoin surges.
Well, apparently it is R&B night here. So LYP, we got that one taken care of. Like, we're on the daily. Let's look on the smaller time frames. I don't think we did that. We just got the bigger ass targets. No. She has still got some work to do here on the 4 hour. The flipping in has not happened yet. That means upsy downsy probably. So we might see her come back down to this 0.03 cent area. So that's like 25%. Oh, you got a nice little range here to play around with, man. I'm serious, dude. You can do fibs from top to bottom. Let me know if you know this before, if you knew this. You know, take that 236 and go from swing high to swing low. But that's not, there's nothing going up. Shh, 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 shh. This is the strategy for the bottom range. And you just put a little buy and sell targets over here at these airspaces, 786, 886, maybe even up here at that 113. You're putting the little sell orders there, baby. And check this out, check this out. I'll put a sell order here. I 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 put a sell order on all those. And if you can follow this part, This is kind of like, think of those grid bots. Those are very popular. They were popular before, but it's a very similar strategy that they use here. It's a way to distribute buys and sells below the current price, right? So you got buys, you got buys. You can even, if this is our local top, go to that and then come down and see you got some confidence there too, by the way. Well, get this little guy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a lot of how I do spot margin accumulation through this area. Sometimes I'll use a strategy, sometimes I'll just use like, most of the time I'll take this guy over here and work the same thing. They're both very good, but we're just pyramiding. Ideally pyramiding. Pyramiding means, you know, you might have the something based off of the 4-3-2-1 strategy, which add a 0 on there. You got $10, you got $20, you got $30, and then you got $40. And stacking that like that, as price comes down into here, you build a bigger bag. The deeper you go down, and the deeper you go down, the lower your average entry price is, which would probably be about close to the middle there. And then when you come back out, you go in the profit and you are selling. Same thing. 50, 40, 30. Oh, not at 50. 40, 30, 20, 10. And those numbers right there, 40, 30, 20, 10, distributes a $100 allotment. For $1,000, 400, 300, 210. So imagine you're picking up some here for $40, and you're selling it up here. $40 worth up there. And, you know, you got a nice percentage. So when you find one that's got a nice little zone with a nice little range of anything over 100%, this one's got about 250% range there. Pretty good little place to try to work this little technique. Of course, the sooner you get in and the longer your range is here, the more that you can actually build a small bag into a bigger bag. It takes time and dedication and a lot of wash, rinse, and repeat of doing the same damn thing over and over. And sometimes you might start it too early and then it gets cheaper. You're like, oh, wow, okay, well, I guess we're buying here now. And you gotta take it down a notch. Doesn't happen too often, but it can. But anyway, collecting all through here, a little bag can turn into a much bigger bag. And then, you know, you might start out with 500 tokens and it might end up to be 5,000 tokens, hopefully, by the time you finish this little stretch through here. Maybe at least a couple of thousand. And then that's much sweeter to sell when it gets up to where it could possibly go. What if it does get to $5? Oh my God, you're sitting here buying it at a nickel? We're just, I mean, these are extreme examples. I'm not trying to say like this is something that's going to happen or every day to happen, but this is how you set up for those situations if it's going to happen. This is what you got to do for that to happen. This is what the people that do turn a little bit into a whole lot. And the most trying part is not doing this, even though this is the first move. The tricky part is trying not to sell it all as soon as you get into just a little bit of profit, not to sell it all too soon. So if you can take a collateral out at 100%, moonbag it. Let's keep moonbagging it. Keep moonbagging it all through here. That would be my thought on playing it. Just my ideas. 20 people hanging out, and I'm just yip-yakking and starting to get over into. I'll consider that our teaching moment for this stream. We're going to take a look at Aerodrome next. Aerodrome Finance. Looking nice. You're at $1.36. Now this one was down in the dirt, and I was really getting kind of sour on it. It was spiked down to 29, 30 cents there. Seems like it just hung around this area, 50 cents or whatever. Like it wasn't going to do anything. Nobody cared about it after falling from $2. And you're like, this is a bunch of crap. And everybody's saying, why do we need Aerodrome? We got Uniswap. Don't need Aerodrome. Well, they got some stuff going on that I don't even know it all about, but sounds kind of juicy now. Everybody wants it. Broke out of this channel. And there's always a good chance that we come back and retest that channel. So we'll be looking somewhere around this area about 122, wherever we might bump into that. Currently, we're still respecting this trend line here on the daily, aren't we? Or did you break it? You may have broke it. Let's go to the 4 hour. The daily looks good. Look at that. Strong above the 9 moving average. You can't ask for more than that. Look at this Ichimoku cloud. See how it's far away from the price? That's subjective, I know, but that's the best I can tell you on this. At least we're not saying, look how far we are away from the 21 moving average. You know you should have sold right there. How far is too far away? That's stupid. But anyway, it is far away from the, and it's thin and spindly. Those are two good signs I look for. That means this is a nice strong ass move. If it was big and thick and we were right just by this like a big thick blob of cloud, I'd be saying that don't look good. That's like, let's suck us into it. There's nothing to suck us into anything. It's saying, ride me, baby, ride me, ride me. And the non-moving average is saying, ride me, baby, ride me. The moving average is down here, like, and they're all in perfect, they're in bullish order, ready to fan out. And they still got to cross over this 360, so the bullishness still hadn't even got started. The real party's not even got started yet. So I'm eager to see just what happens with this one. So we got this little makeshift trend line idea, which I'm going to change around. I'm going to go from bodies to oh my gosh, you point up actually. Yeah, it's kind of pointing toward this area about 228. That's where we could be going to. I'm not going to doubt it. Even though you did make a lower low, I wouldn't put it past you at all. In fact, I'm going to go one extra, and I'm going to get us some higher targets right here. 260. Come on, baby, put that higher high in. Put that higher high in. Can you do it? I know you can do it. Will you do it? Probably not immediately, but if we get a nice strong move here, something reminiscent of what we had over here, works our way up there. Why not? Through 190, 213, then. Sweet, baby. Imagine getting in on this at 122, waiting for a pullback, because I wouldn't chase it. It's headed 22% up to 155, but let's say we do get up here to 190. That's 48% gains, 68% to 130, or 2113. $2.13, my bad, misspeaking. And 100% to 135, which that's a ballsy target for right now. 155 is what we're looking for short term. Check our trend lines out, see how you're doing. You flirting with losing it. Some would argue you already lost it. I would argue you already lost it and you're playing games beneath it. Okay, so she's in a shaky ground right now where she might be coming back down here. Let's see. Let's see how that plays out. The 50 moving average, though, she would catch off of that. She should catch off of that. We're in such a good mood. We don't want to see the 50 moving. That's a blue line right here. We don't want to see that break. So I think she might be playing games with us. So we could see reclaim the trend line or kind of go underneath it a little bit. What I would look for when it does this, when we're beneath the trend line, it makes an internal trend line now because it's operating on both sides. Usually when I see this, it sets up for some kind of double top, like if you zoom out or something, like you can get your M patterns and things from this or some variation of that. So you might even come up here and be beneath it, and then that's when we start coming for a bigger correction. I don't know, maybe at this point we can ask Elliot. Elliot, what do you think? I think you're going on a fifth wave and A, B, C. So Elliot's kind of thinking more right up here, just not as high as I got. A little bit and then come down. So that's where we get into this 122, 119 area. So kind of thing, we got to see if there's some kind of bearish retest. We might come up and make a triple top would probably be something to watch out for. Not saying it's going to happen. It might. Just got to be cautious, man. Aerodrome there. Did we take a look at Doge? The old doggy coin, Doge. She's hanging around 23 cents right now, dipping down. Some people might see this as a bear pennant or the early formation of some starfish looking head and shoulders kind of weird ass pattern. And I'm trying to draw a neckline here, which is not confirmed, so it's not there yet. Maybe so. Lower right shoulder, that's a key thing that I look for, that I've been taught to look for. Higher right shoulder, well, it may not be this pattern then. It's starting to lose some of the key elements that define it. But a lower right shoulder, yeah, that one could, it might. Elliot seems to think we're in some serious ass ABC correct. That's a steep ass. Why wouldn't you go 1, 2, 3 ABC and then this is a start of a new wave? Why wouldn't that work? That's how I would look at it, Elliot. What are you doing? Sometimes, Elliot, I think you have a drug habit that you never really admitted to. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of that guy, and I'm going to put this guy over here. because we got a trend line, and I follow trend lines because I'm a trend line follower kind of guy here. Don't know if I agree with Elliot, but if we do, he's saying it's coming down to 15 cents, and he said it, I didn't. Tricky bastard. Now I will follow this trend line, and that one looks kind of cool. That's actually the one that I would look for it to support. Make up your mind. Just keep switching up. I keep seeing something new there, right there. I didn't see. I didn't look long enough. Elliot, you're confusing me. Get off the screen. Nobody wants to see you anymore. So this is janky. It did make a higher high and then came and make a lower low. When I see that, I'm saying they're playing us. That's the only explanation that makes sense to me, because they do weird stuff, and they're just trying, I think, in my personal opinion, just trying to flush people out. Doing a rangy kind of thing for a moment. So we got to keep our eyes on when they do that. It was enough to break trend. You're following this trend, and now you're beneath it, right? So it'll probably be a little janky here for a while, just because we did that. But as long as we're closer to these bottom areas here, closer to 21 cents than not, still a good area to be accumulating a little bit of Doge on the dips there, in my personal opinion. This is on the 2 hour. Moving averages look pretty good. We got 800, 600, and then the 360s over here that we just bounced off now. That's good. The bigger moving averages are on your side. The other ones, the 200 and everyone below that. Well, for where they are, they're actually good, but they've still got some stuff to work on. So they still got some more momentum to come, meaning that when they do get some more bullish crosses out here, it's like a little boost of nitrous to the price action. Get a nice little boost to the upside there. Nice little boost to something higher. So we kind of like that, right? So looking good. Just some resistance here for a while. I feel like I've heard this song 6 times already. I want to be a background singer. Oh, they stopped. My bad. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the chat now. Believe it or not, 22 people hanging out with me. Gator Squad says, I want this coin to get to the people that deserve it. I liked it. I liked it. I'm going to look more seriously at it after the stream tonight, actually. It's how it's used that makes it a gem, says Gator Squatch. P-Bar is another good coin. Pangolin Hedera? It's got a, well, fully diluted valuation of 625,000. Don't even have a market cap, 0.003 cents. So a third of a penny. It's got a maximum supply of 230 million. Total supply, has a max supply of 230 million. So P-Bar tokens stopped trading 15 days ago on all exchanges. I don't know how this is or how often they update this. Listed on CoinGecko, information is updated if market activity resumes. So Pangolin Exchange, which I'm familiar with on AVAX, but this is on H-Bar, I guess. Pangolin is a leading multi-chain DEX. I'm familiar with it on, I think Avalanche, right? At largest DAO. On Avalanche, yeah, there it is. Swap tokens provide liquidity. Earn rewards across Avalanche, Hedera, Flare, and SGB with full control of your funds. Well, it's still working, right? Yeah, it still works. Disclaimer, please do your own research. Okay. So that one would be a little bit harder to get to, the P-Bar. I think you'd have to go to, but there's the Hedera contract right there. So it might be a little bit trickier for people to get into. Another one that might turn into something. I mean, it's less than just a little over $500,000 market cap. The exchange is on. They do have it on Avalanche, and this is the first time. That's a nice. These are some nice. I mean, it's risky. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's risky at this area. But Pangolin does have a history on others. Yeah, I think that's worth looking into. Gosh darn it! Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it. I'm trying to. Sean, there we go. Okay. I feel like I've heard this song 5 times, and I've said that before. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's time to. Oh no.
You chase the green in the midnight glow. Held your heart,
R&B night.
let your light
I think we're going to turn on the vampire music though. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. 21 people hanging out. Let's come back to the chat. Straker says, had some coffee, but I'm still tired out. Man, I just feel tired all the time. Anymore. Straker says, Hope and Barra Network found a bottom locally. I've been meaning to look at time, Straker, and I keep saying it, and I keep forgetting to do it. Take a look at Barra while we're out here, though. Yeah, she is down, huh? This makes C. Need more price history than that. Yeah, there had to be some. This is Gate.io. Oh yeah, now you can really see it, right? That's why we need all that price history. Wow. So it's basically less than half a penny now, and it was last year in March when altcoin, closest thing that we've had to a true altcoin season, it was at 15 cents. Well, that was more like what altcoin season feels like. I can't say that we've experienced that anywhere at any point in the game since then. Oh wow, look at that area. 0.017. She needed to go there at least. Hopefully, how much, what's the percentage to get up there? Oh my gosh, just to get back up to that area, what was a bottom or looked like a bottom before. A lot of people would have thought it would be trying to make a bottom there. 250% just to get back up there. Bar Network. Or Bar, right? That could be an interesting play. Sure could. Let's see what you look like on the 4 hour. Oh, we just got bearish cross there, bullish cross here. So it's still the same thing. So these coins that are down in these bottoms like this, a DC. Well, I showed you one strategy where you could do the range. That's one aspect you can do through there. DCA is the other easier strategy. But you gotta, or the grid strategy is kind of like DCA. It's just by levels instead of by time. And here you'd just be doing it over across time. But that could turn into something good. You can take a lot of these little plays, and if you've got a little small section of your portfolio where you can afford, to throw in $50 to $100 on some of these coins down here, maybe up to 500s on ones that you personally think have a little bit of an extra edge or something. But down here at these bottoms when nobody's talking about them, and sit on it for a while, because money's got to flow out of this stuff. You've probably seen one of these charts before, and it's an old chart, but it's how it works. The money focuses mostly around Bitcoin, but then it starts flowing out of Bitcoin some. We're starting to see that with Ethereum. Now starting to turn it back a little bit, but there'll be some sell-offs from Bitcoin, and then there's going to be some people who don't sell off at all. But money coming out of that, and then of course stablecoin will be coming in. And stablecoin's a big thing. So all that money it goes focuses on Bitcoin when Bitcoin's going good, but then we start getting Ethereum starting to lead into things, and it could be leading into altcoin season. Might be seeing the first steps of it, but I don't think we're there yet. But then it rolls over to your large caps and then your mid caps, and meme coins are just going to be a wild thing. We've seen that, but still, you know, the larger cap meme coins and all that, we'll start seeing some stuff. So it just kind of rolls over into mid caps and then to small caps and then to your micro caps, which we're looking at here. So it takes it a while, and you got two different ways to look at it. You can get down here and nibble small amounts when nobody's looking and get some really good entries going, or you can wait till it starts trickling into it, and then by the time that you start doing it, she'll probably be back up in these areas, you know, around 3 cents and not half a penny anymore, but still a good buy, and still lots of gains that could be made. So, and some people will tell you, you know, you're wasting your money to do this, but on something that's down so low and putting just a little bit, I think you're getting the best of the deal there. The thing is, it will stay down cheap. That's why you could probably DCA into, and till, you know, that amount of time comes that we actually do get back up here, and then they start getting in the spotlight. The micro caps start getting into the spotlight as people start looking for new places, new opportunities to put their money in. So those kind of ideas. Gator Squad says, I bought Ordi at 11, a coin. It went up $60 in 3 months a while back. I remember Ordi when she was, and I think I was on KuCoin back when I was playing Ordi, and I remember getting in around $6 and $8, and it did really good, and then it came all the way back down over time. Still never sure exactly what it does or how it's used. Mr. Miles, did I ignore your super chat? Did I miss it? Let's come back over to Pimpin and make sure we got everything. Glittery Marshmallow says, thank you for the research on why I am paused. Well, it wasn't research, that's just what I've kind of pieced together. I don't know, but wasn't anything I did or anybody did over here or anybody could do. But I think that's probably what it was. Because I think I remember seeing you get a gifted membership at one time. And that might, I don't know, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Mr. Miles says Kaspa USD, Kaspa Bitcoin, and Kaspa D. There's a Kaspa D, all the Cas. And Gator Squad's $10. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Glittery Marshmallow. Oops. Go ahead. Thank you so much. And oh snap! You can't see it because I got my crap up here. There we go. Nope, that's not you either. Oh, there we go. All right, so thank you very much, Glittery Marshmallow, and thank you, Mr. Miles. And we'll take a look at Kaspa. We may wind it down after here. We'll go back to Bitcoin and look at our indices real quick. Bitcoin is taking that 117.7, so still in our little range though. So taking a look at Kraken, where Kaspa is 9 cents. What you doing over here on these indicators? See, stochastics are trying to turn up. Money flow is still in the red, but there's something pushing up here. But we don't have what we need on the momentum weight yet. Now, if it starts pushing up too, you might be setting up for the trigger wave, where you got this and then a little smaller dingle dangle there as this other stuff comes up and money flow starts going into the green. That could lead to a nice big move. I'm just noticing that here on this time frame here. Let's see if we got anything else going on. All right, let's zoom out. We're on the daily for Kaspa. I like what I'm seeing here with the Ichimoku cloud. So, well, kinda. It's got a little bit of red. Never mind. I'm undecided on Ichimoku cloud. We're rangy right now with Ichimoku cloud. Take that back. I don't feel like I got enough Kaspa information here. I need to go to another chart. I think we're going to have to go with well, here we go. That's USDC. I think we're going to have to go with Tether to get the price action we need. Yeah, the whole run there. For the bigger picture. So, Caspa. Still respecting that trend line. Yitham. Oh, look, it was at the inverted head and shoulder. Look, we call it bottom with an inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Please notice, if you will, that this was the neckline over here. I'm gonna draw it sideways. Please notice also, if you will, that finally it went up. These things have about a 64% chance to come back and test that neckline. And here's your example. Look, came back here, not just once, but twice even. Crazy as that is. So this neckline made a very nice support resistance area that we bounced off of. Just one of the things I noticed. Other than this dotted trend line I got that we seem to be respecting. It's got some work to do. This 4 hour says that, but it can do it. So at 9 cents, being near the bottom of my spotted trend line, it's going to go ahead and make you for real. You got the lowest risk reward that you'll find in a while, because you can set some tight ass stop losses. I mean, 8.7 cents. That's less than 3% there. Just getting back up to where we were at 10 cents gives you a 5 to 1 or 5.4 to 1 risk reward ratio right there. It's only 12% gains, but the risk reward ratio is enormous. So I'd be looking right back here about 10.5 cents. Just eyeballing. We'll fib it. It's really best to I'll go fib it from here and get the big secret move there, the big boy move. So we're looking for that 10.4, almost 10.5 cent area, with a little bonus target at 11 cents. This one goes to 11. That would be awesome. I guess we'll take that down a notch. Oh, well, that makes it a 6 to 1 risk reward ratio, which is crazy awesome. Why not? What, you don't think it can be done? You don't think this is broadening out, saying, hey man, look, all this space is now available for rent. You just got to get here and put up your for sale sign. Could be 22% up here there at 11, and that's just on spot. That's not 3x. 3x would be a decent leverage on this. Of course, it really doesn't matter what leverage that you use, as long as your stop loss keeps you within your risk management profile, which should be somewhere around 1 to 2% of what your account balance is, right? If you got $1,000 account, your stop loss should be stopping you out at $10 to $20. That's all you need to risk. Now, you watch some of these YouTubers, and they might have a $3,000 account. For instance, I've seen one today has about a $3,000 account, and did a play and likes to do big plays with some big ass leverage, which happens to be in drawdown on Bitcoin. Let's go take a look at this idea, because I don't know, they kind of like flags to the upside, and they didn't, or whatever. Anyway, they're kind of in limbo right now. Actually, they're probably about break even now. They'll probably be happy to see that after they called for a move to the downside. Anyway, regardless, but they have a $3,000 account, and they were risking, if they got stopped out, it would have been, I mean, they were already like up to $80 in the hole there. That's more than that's more than your 2-3% of your account. They tend to risk about 10% of their account, is how they're looking at it. And for somebody that teaches, especially new people, I think that's a little risky. I don't think they really have a great idea on risk management, even though they say they have it. I mean, they do some good risk management techniques, but I don't think they understand that part about leverage yet. I'm just saying. But that's an important thing to do. If you're consistent with what you put for risk, it makes you easier to grow your account, to grow that whole account. When you fluctuate the amount that you are risking per trade, you're all over the place, baby. And then those losses that you take are going to be all over the place too. It might be $50 here, or $300 here, $4 here, $700. You know, it's going to be all where you're trying to control your loss. You want it no more than 5%. No more than 5%. So if you had so that'd be risking about 150 maximum degen. And if you did that, and if you were a teacher, I think you should explain exactly that that's what you're doing. But they don't drive that home because they're not thinking in those terms. But that's something that's been driven home to me, is that it's kind of one of those last little lessons that kind of start sinking in, man. Once you learn to control what you're risking, that's when it gets easier to build the account, because you're controlling your losses. Controlling the losses. And if you're not doing that, if you're not methodically and consistently making the effort to do that, it's going to get away from you. It's going to get away from you. You're going to be sitting there wondering, why is the account not growing? It's taking forever. I'm going backwards. Why am I going backwards? Your losses probably are not being as controlled as they could be. That's our other little bonus educational section. We try to do that every stream here, I guess. Actually, I just can't shut up about crypto, so you're going to hear it. Nice little channel we're finding ourselves in, with a resistance about $118.3 thousand for Bitcoin. I was still looking, and I still am. Now, earlier, what I was looking for coming into the weekend for Bitcoin was that they might run us up here somewhere into 119, 120, maybe 121, and then worry about rolling over and going lower. Well, hell no. They decided just to go ahead and take its own lower right over here instead. Never know. And I kind of like that a little better, to be honest with you, because that's more of the getting the correction out of the way. We could be A, B, C, whether this is the bottom of C or not, whether we do come down to 116. Right now, we're not looking like we want to do that. Right now, we seem to be respecting this little red line, which should be our old friend, our old 236. It's not current. This is kind of what we're currently looking at right now. We've got a new little booger up here at 118.3, and that's where I think that we're going to go test. And probably have a little invisible hiccup. It's like, why the hell we stop there? I don't really see much. I think the fibs are going to win out, but then we can start looking at some higher areas here as we start going into tomorrow and tomorrow evening. So this, yeah, oh, good, beautiful. Let's move you up right there. And that's just a little higher confidence for a bigger picture idea. That was actually the one on the downside. This is the one going on the upside. So they're right there. We need to do that. We need to get around 118.5, 118.6, recover that area and hold that. And then we need to see what we can do at 120.5, 120.6. That's going to help us figure out if we're going to roll over or range, or if we got a chance to go back and try to get another higher high again. We are very curiously close to the bottom of this trend line. We may even come down and tap it. They may decide to do that between tonight and tomorrow. But it's starting to look like maybe they're starting to line things up to do a little, hey man, come chase the altcoins. Bitcoin, we're going to start running some things up again, kind of like what they did last week. They seem to play the same play about a couple of weeks in a row. I'm peeping out. And so that's kind of my take. So I want to see what happens over here and see if we can finally get up to about 120 again. That will make me happy. I'll be taking profits along the way. But there are some bearish crosses that are starting to happen. These are smaller time frames, though. I'd be more concerned if it happened on a bigger time frame, and they're not. They're not. So far, we're holding some of these areas, but they still got some work to do. So I see a lot of signs pointing up toward this area. Like maybe we can get that little break to the upside, get us fired up on a Sunday, get people chasing into a Monday, and then come and dump us on a Tuesday, make us wonder, oh, why was I chasing so much? Why didn't I get paid? I still got paid more. That's usually what I feel like. I'm like, oh man, I should have got paid more. So again, I will be trying to sell as they go up, as any good little turkey should be trying to do. And so that when they dump us again, I'll be ready for them. And just get some more down here. Let's just watch, rinse, and repeat. I like what I'm seeing here. It's so easy, I think, especially on the old YouTube. Of course, I mean, it was breaking a trend line. I don't think that the person I saw tonight that was going all bearish. But it's kind of ironic, you know, some of the times, just depending on the person you see at the moment, whatever's going on at the candles in the moment, determine whether this is a shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside, or it's a shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. It's crazy. Like, oh, how convenient of you to flip flop. That makes it so much clearer for us to see what the hell is happening. I see a bear trap. That bear trap, as we said earlier in the show, could signify by the time that our show ends that we could be up here and trying to break out. Ladies and gentlemen, right here we are. That was our call at the beginning of the show, and that's what happened. It's nothing to brag about. It's just what the charts were saying could be possible using the tools and the way that I show you here. That's just what I see. If you like the way that I do things, just hang around, and if you want to learn how to do this, stick around, hang out with us, join the Telegram group. It's free. It's private, but it's free. You can get in there and ask questions, and we'll get you on the right track. I don't hold your hand, but you can learn the techniques, and you can do this stuff on your own, and you don't need a turkey anymore. You can grow it up and flew out of the coop and come back. Don't go. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. And it's starting to look juicy. I want to come over one more time and look at Total 3 because, oh, baby, look at you on the 6 minute. Don't you look all sexy? This is our altcoins at the moment. Yeah, the turkey, like turkey calleth. Altcoin look like they're going to do good. They trying to do something. Try not to chase. There's still some opportunities. The lower, small altcoins, like we saw showing bottoms, they're not being looked at right now. You can still get some good positions there, nibbling them. It may take a while to start seeing before money gets there. Right now, we're starting to see it in your larger altcoins, right? We went over the charts. This one, that's kind of where they're going. So DeFi layer ones, definitely, that's what we're seeing. Let's come over and take a look at these altcoins as they're starting to bounce out now. Look, we're already up at fractions of a whole percent. Oh my gosh, we're up 0.1%. Awesome. But here on the daily, yeah, 1-2%. Can't bitch about that. There will be a day that comes when you will see 20% across the board, and that will happen 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. That's altcoin season. That's what altcoin season feels like. We ain't there yet, baby. We ain't there yet, baby. But you had a good place to get set up in some of these places. Some of these guys have been knocked down into the dirt. Monero at $258. You can see it getting back up to try to test 350 and on up to 450. All these little guys. INJ's at 14 now. Not bad. I mean, it was 16, so it's just at a discount. Unibot, it was up to 12. Now it's 11.11. This one goes to 11.11. It's at the magical angel numbers. You need to buy it now. Link is still going up like a mofo. It just does not want to stop. For show. It's at $23. Remember, it used to hang around $5 and then $9. Well, now it doesn't. Kind of wish you bought more, don't you? That's the woulda, coulda, shoulda coming out. That's also the 236 Fibonacci saying, I told you we should have bought some down here, but no, you said no, I didn't want to touch it down here. I told you that. That's what the Fibonacci says, not me. It's a little bit more vain than I am. Pingu is still at a good place. I'm just saying, I know it looks high here, but when you consider it's going to be at 4 cents again, you're kind of like, well, 25% gain's not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back tomorrow and see how good these altcoins are starting to look, because they trying to do something. I think we're going to get a Sunday pump. I think it's going to be a little familiar to what we had last time. Maybe not as juicy, but we should get something. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Go to the end screen now and talk to the chat.
They're jacked on the market's churn, chasing meme coins where the tickers burn. Crypto fiends, veins hot with greed, hoidling dreams in a blockchain need. While it's stacked with coins, no sleep. FOMO's got them diving deep. The wide on trades in a digital dive. Market swings keep the buzz alive. Yeah.
Hey, right, Mr. Mott, you are correct there. You are correct. I got sidetracked. Let's see what we got. Casper against Bitcoin. she's leveling out on Bitcoin dominance, or on Bitcoin. Nailed a beautiful bottom pattern or fib here. So it's rounding out. It still made a lower low. It needs to make a higher high. All right, so this is Casper against Bitcoin. Seems to have recovered the level there. So on an upward trend, got it right here. Testing that trend line at the bottom right now. So it should be bouncing here, meaning that it should start gaining against Bitcoin as these altcoins are starting to go up on total 3. Definitely going to help Casper too. At this area over here at 0.00000, that's 5 zeros, 1260 area, which is about 63% up, meaning that if you had half a Bitcoin worth of Casper here, which would probably be crazy, it would turn into a whole Bitcoin and more by the time we got up here. So I want to take this. I take a picture of this on the 4 hour. She's got some things to do, but she's on the bottom trend line. If I were trying to trade Bitcoin for Casper, this would be a good place to do it. However, I'm not trying to do that. Alright, so that's for Mr. Mouse. I'll put that over there and post that chart. Now, I have never looked at Casper D, but it's there. So this is Casper Dominance. That's a new one for me, Mr. Miles. I didn't know they had that out here. I mean, makes sense. Hey, we got something new to look at. It looks a lot like Casper and probably doing the same gosh darn thing. So leveling out here. Trying to get it up to 0.09%. And she's at 0.06 from her lows at 0.05. So we just gotta be patient with this one. We just gotta wait for a little breakout of what appears to be how I look at it. This nice little megaphone pattern, which is doing exactly what a megaphone pattern needs to do before it decides to break to the upside 72% of the chance of the time, and that is come down, bounce off the bottom lines until it doesn't bounce off, and it just kind of makes, now it's a partial decline. Comes up, rejected, came back, partial decline, meaning it didn't come down to trend line. Another partial decline there. Should be getting ready to break out. We will test 0.09 and try to work our way up to 0.16% market dominance. And then there to start seeing a little something. Start taking effect. Slowly starting to gain strength as a rounded bottom takes effect. That's my take on Casper Dominance, Mr. Miles. No refunds, Mr. Miles. That was in the contract. The one that you did not sign. But simply clicked through. Also, get your shoelaces. I have dibs on your shoelaces, Mr. Miles. And I will come collecting. Ah, cool. And congratulations to Crypto Chester. A new daddy.
I've carved a road where the networks sing. With trust that lights.
Let's get a C-squat dancing. I haven't come across one. There should be more out there.
Fought the suits with their greedy
It's hard to hear me over the music.
their shadows fade to gray.
You have earbuds in, Mr. Miles?
Won't be their pawn for a fleeting game. My dreams too deep to sway.
Auto's a good coin too. It's got a lot of backing up. It does, but it's also got a damn lot of tokens in it too. I don't like that. That's too many tokens.
I'll never be your cash grab. Oh, no cash grab. Won't let my life feel your quick step. No quick step.
Oh, we can take care of that. There you go.
Ain't your cash grab. No cash grab. Oh. Cash grab, yeah.
I feel like I've heard this song like 15 times tonight.
Oh, roll the dice, break the hearts, crash the charts. From the fell to the blockchain, here we start.
We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. Oh.
With a smirk, betting red on a 7. Womanizer with a wink, leaving love notes in heaven. Crypto noob with a dream, hodling through the fall. All in on a moon coin near the margin call. Pockets empty, hearts a mess, still he's chasing the thrill. Flirting with the charts like it's a bar stool kill. No strategy, just vibes, he's a triple threat fool. Dancing with the devil in a digital doll. Yeah, yeah, crypto Casanova, gambling with his soul. Womanizer charm, losing all control. No traders hide, riding that crash wave. Oh, they're digging their own grave. Crypto Casanova, all in every night. Rolling dice and hearts, chasing digital light. Oh, they're hooked, they're doomed, they're wild. Addicted to the gamble, crypto's reckless child.
We're here on the 10-second chart, watching to see if we actually get a breakout here. We might dial it back to the 1 minute to verify our trend line as we watch and wait for something juicy to pop off any second now. We're looking for price to make a run toward $118,000.
Yelling to the moon with a grin.
Frank.
All three are losers, but they're loving the spin.
Frank?
Spin, spin.
Oh God, somebody call a paramedic. I think Frank is dead. He's not moving. His face is turning blue.
No traders hide, riding that crash wave. Oh, they're digging their own grave. Crypto Casanova, all in every night. Rolling
He's just holding his breath. It's so dramatic sometimes. Frank, you're such a silly nilly. Oh, I know I got you on that one though, didn't I?
He's dealing cards, breaking hearts, trading Altcoin lies.
I'm sitting here watching paint dry from Bitcoin.
Tears in his eyes, rug pull. Just look, he cries with a laugh. Woman,
It's like watching a golf game with while college music playing in the background. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
mama's yelling for your bringing shame. Bull runs a
See the price is standing up above the 9-minute average. Above the support line here at 117.7. See that this candle has taken the mount and has elevated itself above its recent peers there. Looking like she's getting ready to dash to the front of the line here. I can't help it. I gotta go to the 10-second. This is going too slow. We got a degen. On the 10-second chart, there it was. She just took her little first steps forward. Bless your little heart, Bitcoin getting the breakout right now as we speak. We can zoom out to the bigger time frames and celebrate it over here. The breakout is trying to happen as we speak right now, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly as predicted. Who thought, Lifer? You thought it was going down. It's not. That's all right. He'll say something totally different tomorrow. He'll say he called it. You know it does. Why did you say that out loud? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it quits. We're trying to get a breakout here on Bitcoin. Trying to get them to get us to chase some prices tomorrow, I think. Trade carefully, everybody. Get paid. Tomorrow's going to be a good payday. Going into Monday, it looks like.
I'm sipping on green.
And we'll see you then. Good night, John boy.
I'm the crypto boss, mansion floating on clouds, beaches in my